Hello and welcome to today's reading. Today we are doing another Bibliomancy reading, but we are also pulling some tarot to clarify details about your message today. If you are unfamiliar with this channel or with Bibliomancy, Bibliomancy is the practice of using a book or other written materials in order to divine a meaning from a randomly selected passage. Today we are using The Power of Now, A Guide to Spiritual Enlightenment by Eckhart Tolle. We are on page 89 and 88 on chapter 6, The Inner Body. Being is your deepest self. You spoke earlier about the importance of having deep roots within or inhabiting the body. Can you explain what you meant by that? The body can become a point of access into the realm of being. Let's go into that more deeply now. I am still not quite sure if I fully understand what you mean by being. Water? What do you mean by that? I don't understand it. This is what a fish would say if it had a human mind. Please stop trying to understand being. You have already had a significant glimpse of being, but the mind will always try to squeeze it into a little box and then put a label on it. It cannot be done. It cannot become an object of knowledge. In being, subject and object merge into one. Being can be felt as the ever-present I am that is beyond name and form. To feel and thus to know that you are and to abide in the deeply rooted state of enlightenment is the truth that Jesus says will make you free. It seems that you are currently struggling with diving into something. I am getting that this might be a financial project of some kind, maybe beginning a new business, applying for a new job, finding a new job, selecting a career path, something like that. Something that you have been thinking about for a while, and maybe you've been really ruminating on it, and you've come to a point where you just need to take a step, and you're not sure how to do that. I often get to a place when I overthink and overanalyze till I don't even know what's what, what's up, what's down, what's left and right, forward or backward, and I get really disoriented in my brain when I'm just overanalyzing and thinking about things. And I feel that this is the position that you're in currently, and you are being told to, and you know that you need to just take a step forward, but you're so disoriented that you're not sure what that even means anymore. Some grounding meditations and practices might be really beneficial for you at this time, like a guided body scan, doing some yoga, anything that will get you out of your head and into your body, maybe taking some walks in nature if that's something that you can do right now, or even going to a museum about a subject you're really excited about, anything that will force you out of your mind and overtake your senses and pull you into the present moment. Maybe a concert, I'm getting for some of you, is a great idea if you're thinking about buying concert tickets and you have the finances to do that. Definitely go for it. Just find something that doesn't feel like a hassle and that you'd enjoy doing, that forces you out of your mind and into your body and into the present moment. This will help you to dislodge from your mind and the mental fog that you've put yourself into. And after you do this, I think it will be much easier for you to know what to do next. And I'm also seeing that it's not necessarily important what your next step is, just so long as you take it. I'm also getting here with the number 88 that you are being divinely supported in this endeavor. And like I said before, it doesn't really matter what step you take, because any step forward is progression, and the universe or God or whatever you call the thing that you look up to as the larger picture, it can work with anything you give it. You just need to give it something, is what I am getting. I'm going to pull some tarot cards now to get some more details on this situation for you and see if there's any more specific advice for you. So we have the Six of Cups being supported by the Five of Pentacles and the King of Wands. So beginning with the Five of Pentacles, I'm seeing that you have maybe faced some financial struggles or material lack in some way, and this is really causing you to want to make the exact right decisions, and this seems to really be the root of your anxiety regarding this situation. It is absolutely a lack mentality that you're dealing with, and really just the primal fear of not having enough. At the same time, you have the King of Wands here, which is really battling the Five of Pentacles energy. The King of Wands is passionate and full of ideas and inspiration and willpower, and it's really pushing ahead, and it's that energy that is pushing you forward to take that step. Just take an action. It doesn't matter what you do. It's that voice in your head. And the two energies are really fighting each other. You've got a really intense, fiery energy trying to push you forward in your life, and you have a fearful, nervous energy that is trying to pull back the reins and keep you from moving forward. So these two are having a big tug of war in your psyche, and it's causing you a lot of tension and anxiety. However, on top of these two cards, we have the Six of Cups, which is a feeling of looking back and reflecting on the things that brought you to the point that you are at. So, for example, sometimes you may reflect on your life and realize that all throughout your life you were encouraged to do and end up on a certain path which you are currently walking. This is a card that I see as something in a secure, calm spot. It may not be completely where you want to be yet, but you are secure enough that you feel safe to look back and review what brought you to where you are. And having it be supported by the Five of Pentacles and the King of Wands here. And on the timer, I just saw 070707, so 777 may be a confirmation for you, or the number 7. But having the Six of Cups be supported by the Five of Pentacles and the King of Wands, I'm seeing that the struggle that you're having is going to create a more stable path for you in some way. Where if you were just being driven by the King of Wands, you would probably make some decisions that you would regret. And if you're just driven by the Five of Pentacles, you would play it safe and not do anything at all that causes you any sort of joy or real fulfillment. So while you are stuck between the two of these energies right now, when you are able to bring it into balance, it will create a good platform of cool-headedness as you continue on your journey. So even though this moment feels very uncomfortable and you would rather just jump ahead or just quit, or a little bit of both, when you are at a point where you can bring these two into balance, they will create a stable path for you. Now, like I said before, I think you are much more in the Five of Pentacles energy than in the King of Wands energy at this moment. And while the Wands is a fiery, passionate suit, I think, like I said before, the best thing you can do is just engage your senses in something mindless and get yourself out of your head so that you can allow your passion to guide you a little bit more right now. I am seeing that this is going to be quite a long journey for you to bring these two into balance, but if you take this step now, it's going to be the first in many consecutive steps in figuring out just how to balance these two. And I'm getting that if you learn to master these, it really is going to be your secret weapon moving forward. I'm going to pull a few more cards here for you to see if there's any more information we can get about this situation for you. So we have the Four of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. So what I'm seeing right away is that with the Seven of Pentacles, I think you may have this Five of Pentacles energy because of a previous loss. Maybe you made an investment in a project of yours or an idea or someone else who had a similar goal to the one you have now, and you lost all of that investment. So you might be feeling like you can't trust yourself to make good decisions when it comes to your passion. And this may be the reason that this resistance you have to taking a step forward is so intense. With the Four of Swords, we also have this feeling of rest, taking a rest. You're needing to chill out in some way. So I'm thinking that you may be beating yourself up a lot about this past idea and about the future idea as well. I feel like you have an inner voice that is currently yelling at you a lot right now. It's saying something along the lines of, how could you be so stupid? You did this before. And look at the mess we got into. I can't believe you're trying to do this again. I can't believe you're dumb enough to think that this is a good idea at all. What are you doing? We're going to starve or be homeless or something along those lines. This is the inner voice that I'm picking up really strongly. I'm getting that it's constantly going after you. And even when you think you are taking a break or doing nothing, just hanging out, like watching TV or Netflix or reading a book or something, this struggle is still going on in your head. And because of that, you are expelling a lot of energy emotionally. And you may be facing burnout because of this happening. And you might be feeling like you don't know why you can't decide to make a step, why you feel like you have no energy. And it is entirely due to this internal argument that's going on in the background 24/7 for you. Like I said in the beginning of this reading, I really think that doing some sort of mindfulness practice where you get into your body and out of your head is really going to help you come out of this energy that you're in. I feel like you're quite locked into a spiral that you can't seem to find a way out of. And I know that it may be counterintuitive to do nothing because you feel like you have been doing nothing, but in reality, the nothing that you have been doing is actually quite intense emotionally, and you aren't even really aware of it. So, like I said, doing something really physically engaging might be very helpful for you. I personally can't stand running, but this might be something good for you, especially if you have a lot of anxiety. Something about running just forces you to really focus on the experience that your body is having. Getting your blood pumping is a really good way to get yourself out of your head. Underneath the deck, we have the Six of Pentacles, which is the antithetical card to the Seven of Pentacles, where the Seven of Pentacles is about losing financially or materially, a sense of loss. The Six of Pentacles is about success financially or materially, and it is a feeling of winning. So what's waiting for you on the other side of this whole situation is the success that you really are looking to create. It's the success that you're afraid you won't find. And here it is waiting for you at the other end of this whole mental battle. I am seeing a lot of consecutive numbers in this reading. We have 4, 5, 6, and 7, and we also have 88 as your page number in numerology, followed by 89. So consecutive numbers to me really symbolizes that you are on the right path. You just have to keep pushing, keep plugging along, and you will eventually get to the goal you are aiming for. So you are getting a lot of encouragement, both in this reading and in your daily life. If you are not familiar with finding synchronicities, looking at numbers that show up in your life, anything that catches your attention, it may seem like a coincidence, but very often you'll realize that you'll see the same numbers over and over again, or you'll see sequences of numbers or specific sentences or phrases that will just be repeated, and it's just kind of like a flag. It's someone trying to get your attention. And in this case, I'm really seeing that you are being called to get into your body again, and being encouraged to just take a few steps. It's okay if you don't make leaps and bounds. Like I said with the Six of Cups, this is a long journey. But as soon as you start taking a few steps and get a pace going, I think you're really going to see how your hard work is going to pay off. That is all I am seeing for you today. I hope you found this reading helpful. I'd love to hear your thoughts and what you're going through, so leave that down below in the comments if you feel called to do so. Give this video a like if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell to make sure you receive updates when I do post new videos. But until next time, bye!